Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 Endless Runner tutorial series. In this tutorial, we are going to add scores, coin and money values on our death or game over screen. Like you can see, our values are updating here correctly on the death of our character. So in the previous tutorial, we had created that uh, death or game over screen. In this tutorial, we will work on updating these values here, and in the next tutorial we will work on main menu. So this button will also work in next tutorial. Right now only that restart button is working. If you press restart, the game restarts again. Right now we have 0 scores here and it is 0 here. So you can get the project files on my Patreon. Let's jump into the tutorial. So in the previous tutorial, we created a death over screen whenever our character hits with that hurdle box. Ragdoll physics animation becomes enabled, and after that, death over screen comes. But there was no score, and there was no score, coin, and money update on the death screen. So in this tutorial, we are going to add score, coin and money total value here also. So for that, if we have to go back to our third person folder blueprints, inside the widget blueprint death screen, and in here we will add text and call it score. Make it 42 anchor it to center. Here, right here, T score, and we will not make it variable. So that is only a text and it will not change during the runtime. That's why we don't need to mark it as is variable. So again, we simply duplicate it, rename it to T money, and hit right here money, and again duplicate it and coin. So these are all texts for score, money and coin, and then in front of them we're going to again add text, but this time we are going to make it variable. So T score underscore we are just for differentiation, that is just text and it will be our variable, and its value will be updated during the runtime, and we will mark it is variable to true. And right here 0 okay. And so again duplicate it, this time we're going to do it for money, and where it is, oh, so yeah, so anchor them both in the center. So and so it is already checked in is variable because we duplicated that one. So let's duplicate it again, and this time for coins. So now we have score, money, coins, and their variables. So now we have to create custom event to update uh, score, money, and coin value whenever our character dies. So in order to update the values here, we must know where these values were actually storing during our gameplay time. So let's say right now I'm playing and we take the coin, and there and the score is increasing and the coin is increasing, and if I go here, the money is also increasing. So from the previous tutorials, if you remember, we were storing these values in the game mode. So let's open blueprint GM for game mode and let's runner. You can watch the previous tutorials where we created that. So here you can notice that we have event score update and score is updating here, and we are updating coin points, and also we are updating our money here. And from the let's bring them in simplest here. Okay, so from there we are updating this value in endless runner widget blueprint here. Okay, like that, point score. So it means our value are storing here at the end this variable, and the money value is storing in here, and the score is storing in here. So if, and just for the recap, let me show you that for the coin points. If we go into the content folder in the endless runner in the actor BP pickup coin, if you notice, whenever our character overlaps with that coin, that fires up, node fires up, and after that we are calling that event update coin point event in from game mode. Okay, and here you can see that is, and from there, after finalizing our coin point value, we are sending it to endless runner. So that was our previous work, and it is similar for money and scores. So it means our value for coin point is stored in this variable, and for money it is here, and for the score it is here. So these three variables are the one which will give us the final value for the point, scores, coin and money, which we will display on our death screen. So it means whenever a player dies and whenever the death screen comes up, we have to fetch values from these three variables, which is in our game mode. So for that, we let's go back to our widget blueprint death screen. Inside the graph, create a custom event and name it event update. You can call it scores or points, anything, or we can call it score data. We can call it. Okay, so we know we have to update three values, one for coin and another for money and the third one for scores. So it means we need 3 inputs here. So let's create the very first one here and call it coins, and it was integer. Again, add another for money, add another for which was for the scores. So we have 3. I think we don't need this. I'm sorry for that. Let's keep it simple. So simply we know that our all values are in game mode. So we can simply get values from our game mode. So cost to BP game endless runner, which is this one, and get game mode. Okay, now we know that there are the 3 variables, point score, coin point and money, in which our values were storing. Simply we will get this, get money, get score and get coin. So now we are getting these 3 values, and we can make variables here also, and making variables here is not necessary, but it can be useful if we want to make some more complex logics on it later. So now we have, and now we after that we got these 3 values and we stored in these variables inside our touch screen. Now we have the total scores, money and coin value in our touch screen widget blueprint. After that we will update these values. So click here, T score VAR. You will see here. These are the 3 variables, text variable. So simply get money and score here. User note set text. And use that variable, which is coin point. And we don't need use grouping. Now do this for the money variable. That text again, and we are updating money here. So it is that variable. Simply bring that here. We don't need any grouping here. So finally for the scores, set text, and we are updating score here through that variable, which is point score. Okay, let's bring it here. Yeah. So we need that and we don't need that. So let's bring it here. So whenever a player dies, and this widget blueprint will be created and it will be shown on our viewport. So right after that we need to call that custom event, and we can call on event construct. Whenever this widget, that screen is added to the viewport through that node. Let me show you. So here is our death happening. Ragdoll physics. After 2-second delay, we are creating death screen here, storing in the reference and adding it to viewport. So whenever it's adding to the viewport, and that node will be fired up. So we will call that event update score data on the initiation of that widget, that widget blueprint, that screen. Update score data. So now whenever that screen becomes visible or added to the viewport screen, this node will be called up and it will call that event, and it will get all the score data and store in it here. And after that, one by one, we are going to set text for all these. Let's check, is it working or not? So go here and let's pick that coin and money, and now we have all three values. Now let's die. Now you notice that we have exact values shown here, so it means everything is working fine. And again, I'm telling you that this button is not working. It's because we haven't created any main menu right now. Only that button is working right now. If we click here, the level restarts, and if we pick anything from like coin or money, and if we get die here again, we will get the exact same values on our death screen. So in the next tutorial, we will make the main menu, and from the main menu we will start the game, and after the player dies, the screen will come up, and then we will have functionality on this button also. So after that tutorial, our game loop will be completed from the main menu to the game functionality to the end screen and back to the main menu. And so thank you for watching this tutorial. Till next tutorial, Allah Hafiz.